Introduce yourself. Can't do it on fire. You have all the reason to begin again. Honor this desire. Do you hear the call? Coiling the wire. You have all the reason to begin again. Honor this desire. I have found the catalyst, and I have found the catalyst in you. Understand yourself. This is not a test. You have all the reason to begin again. Honor this request. Do you wait for love? Put your acquiesce. You have all the reason to begin.
St. Ricketts, the Catalyst. Come roaring back after an awesome Tuesday night last night, back for Wednesday night. Put the fellas on mute right there. We'll say good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are 100% live Wednesday night on Yo Show Wednesday. Yo. Coming off a great last night, we had an awesome guest. The Circus Hearts were our guest last night on the Yo Show. Myself and Jewel T had a great time. The band played a couple of their songs. Check out the Circus Hearts, great band. We come here Wednesday night as well. A lot of times we do guest co-host on Wednesday nights. We've had some great ones. We're expecting another fun one tonight, a super young lady, and she says, I usually run late, expect me a few minutes late. Miss Bianca Long is expected with us as well this evening to kind of give it her first crack. And she definitely said it was nothing like I expected, so let's see how she fares. She'll be just fine. She'll put me in my place. Jewel, you'll be proud. We got a great show tonight as well. The heart's already popping. Jewel Tatey with her heart. Thank you, Jewel, for tuning in. Jewel, great guest. Everybody out there, great guest tonight from one of our favorite PR firms, Core PR, and the awesome Anna Castle, who does great work over there bringing us these great bands, more of like a country and a country rock type of PR firm. Tonight they bring us the awesome Mr. Frank Fletcher, ladies and gentlemen. Good Frank, around 8:30, we're going to play his new song, Rollin', shortly. It's a goodie, and we're very excited for that. Yo! Jewel gives me the yo. Jewel and I are just bursting with some potentially very big news coming up soon. So, great to see you, partner. Thank you again for a great night last night with the Circus Hearts. So much going on in music, in the PA music scene, especially this area is really starting to pop. And a lot of great people, a lot of great bands, a lot of great stuff is happening. And we're glad that we kind of got in on the ground floor and keep going up with them, trying to go above and beyond what we've been doing to get more for them. So, keep an eye on us, keep an eye on them. We keep plugging away. Frank Fletcher is not a Philly guy yet, but let's say we like celebrating all kind of artists. And when you get a great firm like Core PR, who brings you awesome people, yeah, you definitely love to have them on. And so we're definitely excited for that tonight. We got more of their clients coming up in the near future. A big thanks last week, an awesome show to the band Elsewhere, an awesome metal band, hard rock band, call them what you will, from upstate Pennsylvania as well, Lancaster area. brought to us from our good friend Jesse over at 717 Radio and Effigy Entertainment. Jesse's going to be doing his own thing soon. He's a grinder, man. He hustles, and he's out there for the scene. Same way we are. So I root for guys like Jesse, no doubt about it. So thanks for sending us Elsewhere. They were super cool. Great band. They got a new album coming out soon. Enjoy that as well. We just, I get kind of geeked. I get geeked here because I just love the bands and the acts and the people that follow them and the families and the whole 9 yards. It's just such a great thing right here on the Yo Show. Not a great thing today was the little bit of an implosion late by our usually reliable closer, Mr. Craig Kimbrell, as the Phillies dropped a 10-8 loss to the Los Angeles Angels. And it was a pretty good game, and they kind of did their classic comeback thing. And Bryce Harper going deep a couple times today, getting to the 300 home run club. So congratulations to Bryce Harper. Kind of sucks that the Phillies lost this one today. Still a couple game lead in that. I'm sorry, Harper won home run today. I'm getting so excited. Phillies still with a few games lead in that wild card race. It's getting, it's getting near the end of the season. Phillies currently with a 5-game lead over San Francisco for one of those 2 spots. 2-game lead over Chicago Cubs, who kind of came out of nowhere. Wasn't the Cubs selling off? Weren't they dumping their whole team? Something to be said about that. Of course, the Atlanta Braves run away with it. And, of course, the story I missed last night that I wanted to mention, I was shocked when I seen this. Atlanta Braves outfielder Ronald Acuna, one of the game's best players, excellent center fielder, of course. We're not Braves fans here, but was attacked on the field the other night by a couple of fans. They just, hopped over the fence and came charging at Acuna, and one of the 2 men knocked him down. Security came and got a hold of these 2 men, and Acuna kind of bounced right back up. But scary. It continues to be scary between people throwing stuff at concerts to this kind of jazz, running onto the field, etc. I don't know, man. If you're tuning in, welcome. 8:30 tonight, Frank Fletcher. We are expecting the guest co-host, Bianca, any moment. I think she's pulling a Jewel Tady on us. So stay there. Don't go nowhere. Grab a drink. Let's relax. Let's have some fun tonight on the Yo Show. Terrific. What I think we'll do when we have the time is get the music on now, because sometimes I talk so long we get the music on late, but to get the music on right now, because this is a brand new one. Pulling at me, that's right, that little bit of lateness. Come on, dude. Man, you know I love you. Last night, Cassie's like, it's pick on me night. Tonight, Jewel said I'm picking on her. I love my people. You know. We're nothing without you, Jewel. And Cassie. And the whole gang. Let's get to some Frank Fletcher, because this music is really, really good. The new song is called Rollin'. And this dude's bringing it to TV shows. He's bringing it to everywhere. You name it. Hot stuff right here, right now. Great song. Frank Fletcher is the artist. The song is Rollin'. Let me make sure I... No, I didn't. I knew it. I didn't blow it up. Let's blow it up. So you see less of me. And, well, before we play the song, let's welcome our special guest co-host for the evening. Here, we'll shrink the song out. We'll get to Frank in a minute, of course. Guest co-host is a young lady who I love. I think she's super awesome, and I always thought she was cool. And when it came time to people that I think can talk it up and have a good time out here, I'm like, yeah, let's ask this young lady. And she also said, by the way, I have no filter. This is the Yo Show. Ain't nobody got no filter around here. Let's welcome the lovely Miss Bianca Long. Bianca, good evening.
Hi. Can you hear me?
I can hear you great. How are you tonight?
I am stressed.
You look great. You even say, like, oh, I'm stuck doing it with, like, a phone. And I think it sounds great. And welcome.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Thanks for being here. And we're going to play. We'll talk a little bit about you and let the audience get to know about you. And I know, right? Nervous, right? It's me.
I'm so nervous. It's not you that I'm worried about. It's everybody else.
I got great people like Steve Higgins is in the audience. You know, great people. Jules already here, checking it out, seeing who's filling her shoes for the night. You know,
She's so cute. I don't think I could.
Isn't
I don't think
she?
I could do that.
She is the cutest. We love her, and every once in a while she pops up in the area and Murphy's, etc. She's a great time, great person. We love having her here. But like I said, the Wednesday thing was kind of getting more people involved and give it a try. Maybe have some of their friends watch and say, "Oh, it's Bianca and oh, it's Jeff." That's usually the sell down point. Usually when they see I'm going to be on it, doesn't have quite the flavor. But get settled in. We'll play a song real quick that we do right here via YouTube. Whoops, I just turned it off. You'll also realize I suck at this, so don't be nervous. After 6+ years, I still can't get the songs to come on right. Rollin' by Frank Fletcher is a good little country number. I'm going to play it right here for you. We'll be back in a few minutes with Jeff and our very special guest co-host Bianca right here on the Yo Show Wednesday. Enjoy.
Well, the week's all done. Throw your fingers up, 'cause we've had enough. Chasing that dollar on a 9 to 5. Got a shirt in my toolbox. I still got my boots on. She's a wild one that likes me this way. That's all she had to say. We're just rolling. I can do some more. Slinging Alabama dirt on the four-wheel drive, singing country boy can't survive. We're just cooling, don't get what we're doing. Got a cold 12 pack with my girl by my side, and the sundress drives me wild. We're just rolling. Well, I got her in her fields, in the middle of a cornfield. Yeah, she's sitting on some big wheels, long tan legs in the full moonlight. She slides on in, yeah, she's shifting gears. She's got no fear, and I like her that way. That's all I've got to say. We're just rolling, rockin' to some old thing, slinging Alabama dirt in the four-wheel drive, singing country boy can't survive. We're just cooling, don't get what we're doing. Got a cold 12 pack with my girl by my side, and the sun just drives me wild. We're just rolling. Around here, nobody takes the right. I pledge allegiance to this country life. We're just rolling, rocking to some old Hank, slinging Alabama dirt in the four-wheel drive, singing country boy can't survive. We're just cooling, don't get what we're doing. Got a cold 12 pack with my girl by my side, and the sun just drives me wild. We're just rolling, rocking to some old Hank, slinging Alabama dirt in the four-wheel drive, singing country boy can't survive. We're just rolling, we're just rolling, we're just rolling.
All right, the artist is Frank Fletcher. The song is Rollin'. Hot little number right there. Bianca, you're still on mute, just so you know. Now you're blacked out. Now your mic's on. There we go. All right. You'll get it. It's perfectly okay. And again, I thank you for coming on. I I like to kind of expand this out, just have more people do it, people that are interested in trying it, people that I like, people I think are cool, people I hang out with, and stuff like that. I love getting a wide range. So tell us a little something about yourself, the basics if you want, and what brings you to our little humble little show here.
Okay. I don't like to do this about me thing because there's too much to say. But I'm here because you asked me to be here.
True.
I'm super nervous. I am wild, so I think it's hard for people to believe, but like I'm super type A. So like I'm anal. I need things done and like I'm so mad at myself for not being prepared for this. You should have seen me running around trying to find my roommate's ring light camera, something to hold my phone, something that isn't going to have the kids coming in because they'll be coming in from sports soon. And I was like, I turned my air conditioner off for this. I'm so nervous.
Wow. And I'm going to tell you, and I mean this 100%. I'm going on like 7 years of it, and I am never prepared. I run around last minute. I have papers, notes. Everything is always a mess. And, you say you're not prepared. Meanwhile, you look pretty much more prepared than I do. You're sitting, you're relaxed, you're comfy,
I'm sitting on the floor. So here we are. I'm going to go booted tonight.
There you go. Hey, we've never had that before. It's a yo show first. We got some Buddha. If you know some prayers, send them their way. And I think it's great. And like your presence is cool because you always got like the big smile. And I see you out. And the funny thing is for you to say you're nervous, you're very confident when you're out and about and in public.
I think the tequila helps with that a little bit.
And I will let you know that can work here too. You'd be amazed.
It's a work night.
It is, people ask me how I do it. I still don't know because I'll drink a couple beers pre and during and other kind of stuff that go on here. And yet I managed to kind of make it work. Hundreds of people watch, sometimes thousands. Our record to date from all our platforms with one guest was 21,000. Yeah, no. I still game. I always look at it and I'm like, huh? And I'm watching me and I'm like, 21,000 people watch this? Really?
You have to be proud of what you built, though. That's cool.
Thank you. I really am. It means a lot to me. And, people are like, what kind of money you make and, who your biggest guest. And that really doesn't matter to me. It's about having fun. As you've seen and may know, I've become like married to the local music scene. I love it. And I like doing events. I don't know if did you make it to Wing Bowl at Murphy's this year?
No, I was there in the beginning, yes.
So you might have missed the shit show of us going live. It was ugly.
I do think I missed that. But go Jess. Just kick their butts this year.
Jets. God. At least you're not a Cowboys fan, so I'll let you slide there. I'll let you slide. Are you a big football fan? Are you psyched for the beginning of the year or what?
I'm so excited. They tried to make me work on Sundays, and I was like, I can't. I missed football season last year. I'm not missing it this year. I worked the Super Bowl. Okay.
What?
So that's like a big no-no in my book. Never again.
Oof. Wow. Yeah, no way. Especially Eagles. Well, you're not an Eagles fan. But, and it's
I'm
funny.
not an Eagles fan.
Are you an Eagles fan?
I'm a big Eagles fan. I'm a Philly girl through and through.
Good. I like that.
Phillies, Eagles. I don't really watch baseball as much as I used to, but we were just at the game. That was a lot of fun. I have never seen hockey live. I just started watching it like last year, so I'm not really like a hockey fan, but I enjoy it.
Do this, even though the Flyers have had some bad seasons, get you and a friend, a dude, whatever it is, get 2 tickets and sit. No tells. Jewel would knock me out if she was here and I said that to her. She would knock me out.
No thanks. I have girlfriends.
Get the girlfriends together. Get a girlfriend and sit right behind the glass, like first row behind the glass and experience hockey. Hell, I'll go with it.
I've been to the Trenton Titans, but I've never gone to Flyers. But I didn't really watch hockey till last year, so.
All right. Well, welcome.
But go Birds!
Go Birds, absolutely. I'm psyched for the beginning of the season. And you know what? I do this every year. I pick, of course, the Eagles, and I'll take one team under my wing, and it's usually Buffalo. No offense. This year, because of Aaron Rodgers and you, I'll back the Jets.
Yeah, no, just an Eagles fan. That's it. I don't want to cheer for anybody else.
Okay, I got you. That's
We've
fair.
been watching football since we were kids. I remember when we were younger, like me and all my siblings, my dad and my mom sat down, like matching jerseys. They were TO jerseys, if we want to timestamp how long ago that was.
Wow, yeah.
And I can
Time
just remember
flies.
like my dad sitting on the couch, like explaining the game and like the plays to us and like everything. So, football season definitely has a big space in my heart.
I agree. And I put the audition tape out years ago. Probably the second date I ever had with my wife, Cassie. JD Wolf, one of our awesome regulars in the house. What is up? Bianca's in the house for you tonight as well. I told my wife, I said, look, here's the deal. If we're going to date and move forward, Sundays in the fall football season, I don't exist. And she's like, what? I'm like, I don't exist. We don't go nowhere. We can talk, but you're talking and watching the game. And if the Eagles start to lose, you have to leave the room because you're bad mojo. Dude, I auditioned this whole damn thing, and she stuck around for it.
Listen, first of all, there's no bad mojo with her. She is so bubbly. I love her. She's like a little ball of sunshine. She's definitely like golden retriever energy, but in the best way possible. Like, I love her. I think she's so sweet. And I've seen that, you guys. She was like, I'll go out. She was like, Jeff is non-existent during the games. I can't talk to him during the game. And I was like, oh, you don't want to talk to me much either.
Right, I know, and I kind of feel that. Our good friend Jesse, the JMO12, 717 Radio in the house, his own podcast, music related, coming soon. Thanks for tuning in, brother. We appreciate it. You'll see we got people from all over. Like JD Wolf is a Vikings fan. He's from Minnesota. Like, how many times have we kicked their ass? Tell him.
Honestly, though.
You get no relief tonight, JD. Jules not as much as the sports person as Bianca may be. So, yeah, dude, there's no mercy here. Very soon. Congratulations, Jesse. Happy for that. So, Bianca, tonight we get Frank Fletcher, great musician. I don't even really know what kind of music you listen to.
I listened to a little bit of everything. But I did look him up because I seen when he popped up for country. That's kind of like what we grew up on. My parents were
Okay.
super strict. It was like Christian or country to like middle school, high school, when my mom got caught with an Eminem CD playing in the truck one time.
Wow.
So, before iPods existed and stuff. So I did look him up. I do like his music. I think it does have like a really good feel, but I listen to everything, like oldies, new. I love the 90s. I mean,
Oh,
typically,
yes,
but I love
90s.
80s music too. So
You've played more sports than me, but you don't like discussing sports on the program. And I love you. And you are a great athlete. You just don't like to discuss. And that's okay. She discusses a little bit. But I'm with you. Like when I first started doing this program, wasn't really a huge country fan. And everybody's like, no offense, you got to cater to everybody. So I started getting to, some of these local ones and some of these like lesser known ones. I'm like, oh, this is really great. And then tonight, unfortunately, Frank Fletcher kind of puts me in my place. Usually I'm the hottest guy on the show. Tonight's going to be Frank. He's kind of a stud. No doubt
yeah,
about
he
it.
is.
Yeah, there you go. I'm telling you. I'm going to fire that out real quick again for the ladies. Like, dude, why am I
He
even
looks like
sitting
he would
here?
ruin my life.
He would ruin both of our lives. And probably in a better way for you than me. But yeah, he's a cool dude. And I'm very excited for it. Like I said, his PR firm sends us a lot of great people. So we're excited. And when it came to asking you to do the show and picking a day, I will have you know that I picked out a special night with a good-looking, great, talented artist. I looked out for you.
I'm just jealous he has better hair than I do.
He's got better for sure. He does. Hottest guy on the Yo Show. I'm chopped liver. Then no, you're easily third. It's me. It's gonna be Frank Fletcher and then Brent. Brent is our awesome photographer, Bianca. I don't know if you've ever met him before. He shows up at Murphy's a lot too, and that's right. You're not real Levittown hanger. You're Northeast. We get you. Yeah, okay. Yeah, hide your face because your Langhorne and Levittown friends are watching you.
Listen,
But,
they all know. They all know. Murphy's is great when Angela is working.
we love Angela, and
She's
I
my
hope
favorite human.
she is. I hope if she doesn't watch it live, I hope she catches at least a recording and hear us go on because I've known her from the Northeast days back when she was a bartender at Benny the Bums.
Yep.
And years back, I told my wife this story. I told Angela this story. I asked her out on a date, and she said, kind of like you just said, you don't want me, I'm no good, I'll ruin your life.
Listen, if there's anything you can say, Angela's definitely honest.
Yeah, she is definitely honest and laid me out. But we were cool. We were good friends. I've come see her and I've drink and talk, and sometimes we'd hang out after hours. And when I first met my wife's like, I need to dress for a wedding. Puts it on Facebook. Angela to the rescue. Come to my house, try on dresses. Boom. It wasn't a
No,
wedding. We went.
absolutely.
Oh yeah,
She's the biggest heart in the whole wide world.
she really does,
She
and
does.
we love her for it. She's definitely fun. Definitely got
She's a
some.
wild card.
Yeah, man. That's
But
a
I'll
good
tell
way to
you
look at it.
what,
I was trying
we
to
had
think
the
of something.
we had a complete opposite experience. We hated each other when we first met.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Probably like almost 10 years ago now, I guess. 9 years, give or take. Like, I could not stand her. I just thought she was so obnoxious. And she felt the same way about me. You know, we have two big personalities. So, like, you know, it's like either they mesh well or they bump heads. There's like no in between there. So,
Absolutely.
listen, but over the last couple of years, she's become one of my best friends. So, I'll tell you what, it's okay if she hated me at first. She's not getting rid of me now. So,
No, right. That's the thing about her. We stick like glue to her. I hope she
she's a
knows this.
magnet.
She is kind of like, yeah, you're not kidding. And like when when I first told my wife about her, my wife met her. She's like, "Oh, great, she's hot." I'm like, I could be friends with somebody, who's female. I mean, I don't hang out with ugly girls.
Yeah, but your wife is hot. So,
Exactly. My wife is hot, and that's what really sells it. That's what I tell her. You got nothing to worry about. And everybody loves her too, because
Chris,
so I said, look, I could go into a bar and just absolutely accidentally bump into a girl, say, excuse me, and like 30 people will be messing like, oh, your man's talking to some girl.
that's Levittown for you.
That is Levittown for you. As much as we love Levittown, yeah, it could be a little something.
Love is a stretch.
A good
It's all right.
stretch.
It's all right some days. There are good people in Levittown, though. I will say that.
Yeah, Sean always says, give respect to Levittown. I do. I love it here. It's a lot of fun. I like the Langhorne area, the Levittown area. I'm a Bucks County guy. I love me some Bucks County.
Not me, man. I can't wait to get out of Bucks County.
Wow. I tell you what, you should move down south, Alabama or Florida or something, and check out this awesome guest of ours this evening. Looks like he's in the car driving. You ready, dude? You ready for us?
Oh, I hope he is. That'll make me feel better.
Well, we'll give it a shot. We'll give it a shot. Looks like he might have froze. All right, there we go. We're ready. Our guest tonight is a sensational musician, a little bit of country, a little bit of rock. We just played his new song, Rollin', which is out right now. And we're going to run we're going to run all his links here, too, because I love doing this. This way everybody knows where to find. People like say, how do I find so-and-so? Right there. Let's find the link. Did I lose it by accident? Oh, God. When I tell you I suck at this, I'm telling you.
It's just
Well,
your
yeah.
age showing.
It is my age. Thank you very much for that. That's awesome. Just what I needed. Actually, he stepped away, so he'll be back in a minute. I think he was having problems logging in. So we'll wait a moment and bring Frank back momentarily. And I did. I lost all his links. I erased them. My age is, wow, showing. Thank you for that. I love when you youngsters say such things. Did I say, man? It's age. It happens. Happens to the best of us.
It happened so fast.
Right, it does. It happens to you. Trust me, I was 21 a week ago.
Seriously, I am having like a semi midlife crisis. I feel like I was 29 for like one day, and then the next day it's like I'm almost 30. Like, and then mind blown. It just seems like everything has changed so
30.
quick, so fast. Like, I'm excited to be 30. I don't think being 30 is going to be old. And everybody says that your 30s are better than your 20s, so I'm definitely
They
here
were.
for that. But
That was my
my
life
20s
change.
were so crazy. Like, they were good and they were bad and they were up and they were down and they were, some things that have to stay in a closet. You don't want to put everything out there in the world. Like, there's definitely been some unspeakables. There's been some crazy moments. Like, I've actually been on a date with one of our was our Eagles player.
Oh, wow.
So
Yeah.
that was an insane day of mine. But like, everything happened in my 20s, and in my 30s I just want to be like relaxed. I want to live life differently. I want to see life differently. I want to move somewhere warm because I hate the snow.
Yeah, go back to my 20s, indeed, right? Jesus. Well, let's get to it. Let's get to our guest, who I think is able to log in. I
Here.
gotta check. I think he might have froze again. Ah, man. Don't worry, he'll be here. We'll get
I
this from
hope
Frank
so.
Fletcher. Yeah, you're suffering through this ugly face in hopes that to catch some Frank Fletcher. I don't blame you. I'm excited for him too. It seems pretty cool. And like I said, we get some pretty cool acts that come on the show. Always classy, always fun. A lot of them are funnier than you expect. I think they're just musicians. They like to crack up and, be loose. Let Frank see the real you,
I'm gonna be quiet
he
now.
said sarcastically. That's not a bad thing. It's definitely not a bad thing being outgoing. Like, again, we talk about my wife. You've seen her in action. The woman will talk to a
A
soda
brick wall if
machine.
it would listen.
Right. Exactly. She sure would.
The
Let's
first
try it
time I
now.
met her, I was like, "Who is this girl?"
Right. That's all mine. My ray of sunshine. And let's meet somebody new. Let's meet our guest this evening, an awesome country singer. We just played his song "Rollin'" here, and tonight he will make me the second best looking guy in this studio. Let's give it up for Mr. Frank Fletcher. Frank, how you doing? Oh, we lost him again. Oh man.
I was worried about being unprofessional, but I feel so much better that he's just like in the car, like, "Hey, I'm gonna do this."
But we've had that before. We've had people come on from their car. We had a guy come on from a parking lot one time. So it does happen. You know what I mean? Whatever it takes to be seen on this show. But I get you. And the first time for everybody is always like, no idea what to do. And people are usually like, oh, I can't wait. And then the day of like, oh my God, like I'm gonna die here.
I don't know if I ever had an "I can't wait" moment, but
Yeah.
I mean, you
So,
gotta. When's the last time you did something new for the first time? You know.
I gotta tell you what, the first I listened back shamefully to the first time I ever did this. And it was just audio too. It wasn't even video. So you figure how bad could it be? Well, the guy doing the show pretty much made me use my phone to call in because I didn't have equipment. And I call in, and our guest is this billionaire Jesse Itzler. His wife invented Spanx.
We love her.
Right, we love her indeed, and all the women are Spanx fans. And I tell you what, don't be ashamed, ladies. I love Spanx. And he was on, and I really didn't get to talk. And this guy John was asking all the questions. And I would drop in, I'm like, and I listened back, and I'm like, okay, it's the end of this. This sucks. But here I
That'll
am.
be me. I don't know if I'll go back and watch this. I'm a little nervous.
It's very funny. Jewel never does. Jewel does not like to go back and watch. She said, I hate watching myself. I don't know why. I watch all the time. I re-listen, I watch. Sometimes I'm like, dude, wow. And sometimes I'm like, hey, that wasn't too
That
bad.
wasn't too bad. Yeah.
Right? Yeah, I have those moments. I was told a couple years back by a guy who actually has a very successful podcast in New York. He said, if you can't watch yourself, what makes you think other people will want to watch you?
I understand that.
See?
I
So
still don't
be
want to watch myself. I'm just a good friend. You've been a good friend to me, so
Thank you.
I didn't want to bail on you. I've seen it happen, and I know that sucks. And like, you try to prepare for it as best as you can, and things come up. And like, I'm not a very good like spontaneous person. Like, I should have
Wow.
found some time in my week to like get myself together. I literally was like running through my house. My chest is pounding. I'm sweating. I have no makeup on. I was like, well, I just got my hair cut. I just left Angela's house. She was cutting my hair. Like, I literally like got out of work, went, did this, did that. And then I was like, okay, well, I have 6 minutes to get myself together. So here we are.
Awesome. That's awesome, man. I appreciate that. And like I said, sometimes it's just best when you wing it. Like if I thought about it too much, I would probably get jittery. Now, I've had a couple guests on that have brought out the jitters. Trust me, it happens. Let's
It's
see.
more of the surrounding.
It is a little bit.
I don't
I get it.
I don't want it to be like ghetto. You know what I'm saying? Like not
No,
being
it's
able to
not.
see or not being able to hear or like the dogs barking in the background. You know what I'm saying? So like I live in a house with kids, so you know that quiet isn't always the thing. It's quiet right now, but they'll be coming home from sports.
Exactly. My dogs
I'm
bark all the
getting a
time.
little nervous. I'm like, I hope it'll be okay. You know what I mean? You're gonna hear the TV go in, and so I was just like, I don't have a soundproof room. I don't even own a laptop. I'm the worst millennial. I don't have one. I have a cell phone and an Apple Watch that I forget to wear most of the time. So
I don't
like,
even care if you're like, we're on like this.
I could have done that, but it's like this big, so I wouldn't have been able to see anything.
JD, I know you're there. You're changing names and all. Let's get to Frank. It looks like
He's
he's
here.
ready. I think we got him. Oh, he's nodding his head. He's definitely ready. Our guest
Let's
again.
go.
Oh my God, you're so excited. See, this is going to warm you up a little bit. Our guest is a super musician, singer, songwriter. Again, we just played his song "Rollin'," and ladies, get ready for the super handsome, the super cool Mr. Frank Fletcher. Frank, what's up, buddy?
How are y'all doing tonight?
Hello.
We're doing great. Oh, the accent and all, Bianca. This is amazing.
Look, I was listening to Bianca talk. I'm actually living dad life right now. So I'm outside of a bowling center waiting for my son to be done with league. So
I love that.
on my iPhone because I don't own a laptop either.
Wow.
I really think I thought I was the only person. Everybody's like, why do you not have a computer? And I'm like, my phone does everything.
Right.
So, not to play match. Well, he's got kids. I can't play matchmaker, but so far the two of you don't have a laptop, and the two of you got mom and dad life.
But I
You
don't
guys
have kids, so I'll make a good stepmom.
Wow. And she said it right there on the show. She said she doesn't have a filter, Frank, but it's all in good fun. So, let's get down to the nitty gritty, man. Let's get down to the music. We just played your brand new hit, "Rollin'." First of all, congratulations. Great song. Second of all, tell us, definitely, man. Tell us a little bit about the creative process and the writing of it, what it means to you, because it's awesome.
So Rollin' and this whole new EP that we've got coming out, it means a lot more to us than anything else because we finally, me, our guitar player Wesley Brown, and our drummer Ben Bird have been kind of co-writing all of this together. We've brought in a few co-writers on certain songs, but it's all us. It's all homegrown. It's we've kind of got our own, feel and vibe and direction now. So Rollin', actually, the drummer Ben had wrote the chorus and came to us, and it was the beginning of the summer, and we were talking about how there's no really good like country party bangers out there anymore. Like, for a few years there, Jason Aldean, Luke Bryan, and all those guys, it was all like fun party summertime.
2016 was the best.
So that was kind of our thought process, was like, let's write, it's summertime, summer's about to be right here, like let's write a summertime anthem banger party song.
I like it. And I said in the beginning, I asked Bianca what kind of music she listens to. I was never really a big country guy. A while back, my wife's a fan. A lot of my friends were fans. I started getting into it more and more, and the kind of bands that come on here, and your great team over Core PR, who handle you, and a lot of great artists,
Right.
started really getting into it. And you said like a lot of your writing experience is more real life. Tell us a little bit about real life writing and the experiences you have.
Well, I grew up down here in South Alabama, so I grew up in my granddad's car garage. Our drummer Ben worked in a garage for a long time too. So like Rollin', if you listen to the words, it's all about, hey, it's Friday, we're off of work. It's time to cut loose. It's time to get the heck out of here as fast as we can and go, pick up our girlfriend or whoever we're talking to. Let's go drink some beer and have a good time and cut loose. So, that was true life down here for a long time. That's anytime you wanted to cut loose and have a good time, you found a dirt road somewhere.
Oh, I like it. And like we talk about our area up here, Bucks County, PA, and Bianca just said, I want to move. I want to go somewhere else. That's the kind of stuff though. Dirt road fun, pickup trucks. What do you think, Bianca? Get in there with something for Frank and ask away, use the questions, or ask him something that's on your mind.
Don't do this to me.
I definitely gonna do this to you.
How did you get into writing music? Like, where did you start from? Age 4 is pretty young to know what you want to do. So I don't think I can remember age 4. So I'm impressed.
So the age 4 thing was more my parents kind of telling me that I was just the entertainer. I was always the kid that was like, hey, watch this. Look what I can do. And then the older I got, they made me more of their entertainment for their friends. They'd be like, "Hey Frank, come do this, come do that." Um, I'm having to come into the bowling alley to pay because they're done with league. So y'all are along for the ride on parent life right now.
It's awesome. It's a yo show first. We have like parenting and action live from a bowling alley. So Bianca, you're like a part of history here tonight. All kind of new stuff going on.
Always down to do something for the first time.
So is it going to be great if you're going to pay and this person just listens to you do an interview and talk to us?
Right. The league ball.
Well, he's got the credit card out. We'll let him pay, and we'll wait a second or two before he asks some questions. Because they're probably looking at him like, this
What
guy's
are you
crazy.
doing?
He's talking to
Right.
himself. This big, tall, hunky guy is here talking.
Thank you so much. But no, I will say that the very first time I played in a bar was I was 14. So,
Wow.
and I pretty much have kept a band or been in the music scene since then. So it was a dream of mine and something I've been chasing for a long time.
How does it feel to wake up every day and live your dream? Some people just dream, they never do that.
Depends on the day, to be honest with you. Some days it's the best thing in the world. Some days, no, there's a lot of stress that comes along with it that people don't see. And I've
sure.
actually worked harder since I've been a full-time musician than I have at any other job or when I had multiple jobs. Or, you know what, the lighting in here is going to be rough.
See that, Bianca? You're worried about your lighting. Frank's in pitch black. It's all right. It's good. But
The link tells you like the more light, the more attractive you are. So I was like, well, I guess I need something. Like this isn't working. So I stole my roommate's ring light. I was like, I don't know what else to do. I'm using my iPhone. This is so janky. Like I know this is Bucks County, but
what's the scene like in Alabama? I mean, you do a lot of stuff down south. You play a lot. You're playing a lot down south.
An incredible amount of talent, especially in our little area. Our area is called the Wiregrass. It's about 3 towns in the very southeast corner. The music scene is actually really big around here, and a lot of talent. But we're so close to Florida and the Panhandle, Panama City Beach, Destin, Fort Walton, that during the summer you want to be at the beach. So that's our main stomping grounds. Through the season. But like we just got back from Sturgis. We played Sturgis Bike Rally. So we were in Minnesota and then South Dakota and stopped in Kansas on the way home. So we try to travel as much as we can.
Rough.
Say what?
I said road life is definitely rough.
We crammed 33 shows and 3 TV appearances in I think 2.5, 3 weeks.
Wow.
We were playing doubles and triples almost every single day.
That's crazy. I've seen you making a lot of great TV appearances. That's got to be pretty cool, and radio stations and all that. Again, when Bianca asked the awesome question about waking up to your dream, do you sometimes look outside of your body? You're like, man, this is really me. This is really happening. Like, how awesome is that experience?
The biggest thing is that it is extremely humbling to me. I'm starting to realize that people will actually drive 3 or 4 hours to see us play, or we bump into people because we played in Sturgis 2 years now, and we've played in Deadwood, South Dakota for about 3 years for St. Patrick's Day and stuff like that. That people are actually making plans a year ahead of time.
Wow.
To come and see you.
To come see us.
It's pretty cool. Definitely cool. I would do it. I've done it. I've driven 3-4 hours. We got a live helicopter. It was a great night. I've driven 3-4 hours to see bands and musicians, and I'm a music junkie here, and that's kind of what we're all about. So we will travel. People do it for sports, which I'll do also, but we'll do it for music, absolutely.
I'm trying to travel 8 hours to go see Jelly Roll, so it's worth it.
Yeah. He was
for an experience,
speaking of Destin, he was down in Destin not too long ago, and he was just walking around Harbor Village, just hanging out with people on his day off, just talking to random people.
That's pretty amazing.
Super cool of him.
Too. You know,
Yeah.
you gotta want that normal human experience sometimes.
Yeah.
I guess it's like, did you ever have an experience where somebody would come up to you and like, "Hey Frank, I saw you here, I saw you there," and kind of getting all into the experience and just over geeking out?
Uh-oh.
I may have lost them. If we do lose you, jump out, jump back into the best way. This is what happens when you go 100% live. That's the beauty. That's why we like going live. It's very in the moment. And like you said, if the dogs bark or a kid walks in, we always say life happens, live happens. All right, we lost Frank. Hopefully, he tries to get himself back in here in a few minutes. What do you think so far? You were good. You asked a great question. You seem relaxed. You were nervous in the beginning. Juice is flowing yet?
Nope. I'm still
No?
over here like they can see your hands, Bianca. Put them down.
True, and like one time I was itching my leg, and it was actually one of the guests. I forget what episode it was. Itching my leg. One of the guests is like, "Dude," I'm like, because it just looks
My
weird.
bad.
Like, yeah, my man.
Hand check.
Hey, it's an itch. I swear. Even when your nose itches. Oh man, I'm gonna try Frank again. I think we got him. Let's bring him back in. And
Johnny, no.
oh, there,
Oh.
no, oh, we had him, and we're trying.
Gotta be quicker than that.
Right? But again, it's tough having a guy like Frank on because I'm the second best looking guy in the show. And I'm not used to that.
I mean, you're only second best if you think you're second best.
Wow. I like that. All right, Frank. It's on. Get back in here, Frank. But that's like, and like I said, I've seen you out and, you got a confidence. Like, you think you're pretty damn cool. I think you are.
I mean, I'm secure in myself. I like who I am, but I also don't really care if you like me or don't like me. But
Ah.
I'm my own worst critic, so.
That seems to be, and again, it's right, Jesse, claim that spot indeed. I am number one, damn it. I supposedly, the rumor is the best beard in the podcast business. I appreciate that.
Gonna have to
I
start surveying beards.
Right? I like to talk about myself, I gotta tell you. But, yeah, and it's funny because, like, how do I put this, like, without sounding weird? You kind of get, like, an attraction to people's personality. And I'm that way. Like, I love a personality, right? And as you see from who I married, it was right away, it was like, man, what a fun personality. And then didn't help that she's pretty damn cute, too. That doesn't hurt
Right?
either. But like I said,
I'm
I
gonna look
see you
like that
hang
when I
out.
grow up.
You hear that, honey? She's like, you always talk bad about me on the show. No, I don't. Oh, we got friends in the house. Melissa
Hi,
said, that's
Melissa.
my bitch. Melissa, I'm her bitch. So it's kind of like a cycle of bitches.
She's
And
my
truly,
favorite.
that's awesome. We welcome you. We thank you for tuning in. And I was excited to have Bianca come do this tonight. And she had a little bit of last minute jitters, but here she is.
I love her. She can make me cry.
Personalities are there. Oh, good. We like that. Let's see if we can make Frank Fletcher cry. We get him back in here. How are we making out, Frank?
We're trying to get the kiddo home so we can. You got any homework today? No. But,
No.
Johnny, get him. He's got a lot of tests. So trying to get him home real quick. But dad life, Bianca
Yeah,
knows
man.
all about that running the kids around thing, right?
Listen, they're not my kids, but they are in like 100 sports. They're always busy. They're always going. They're coming. I know their schedule, so I know it's like 8:30. They just came in the door. They were pretty quiet. I think it's because they know I'm in here. But no, you hear them coming in the door, and the bags go on the floor, and mom starts cooking, and showers go in, and thousand different things going on.
I'm just a dog dad.
I could not do that. Give me children over a dog any day.
Wow.
We can't talk anymore, Bianca. I'm sorry. It's,
Right? That's wow.
Listen, I can keep a human alive. I watched the cat and the fish, and I thought I killed the fish for over the weekend. It's only 3 days I had them, and I let the cat out of the house by accident. Had to crawl under it to get her out. So I'm not that good at that.
She's spared, Frank. She's definitely spared.
well, a cat and a fish, they're both different than dogs, though.
We're not allowed to have dogs here.
I agree. Dogs are definitely a different breed, and I love mine. I got little ones. I can imagine Frank's probably got a big dog. What kind of dog you got, Frank?
Right now, I'm actually dogless.
Ah,
Oh,
But
you're talking all that shit.
I've always had labs. I'm on the road too much now. It wouldn't be fair.
yeah, that's actually a
I'm
good
totally-
point. I hate leaving the house for work for like 8 hours and leaving my dog behind. I feel like I'm ruining his life by leaving.
Yeah, I was just on the road for like I said, about 5 weeks. So either he would have to come with us, or I don't know where to find a dog sitter for 5 weeks.
You better
Yeah,
get a
good
bigger
luck.
bus.
There you go. Put him right on the tour bus. I like it.
I did my last lab. We took him on some of the trips and everything, but trying to get the guys in and out,
Yeah.
and, all the travel and everything. Hey, buddy,
Having
I
to
love
stop
you.
to let the dog out along the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Side of the road.
I just realized for your son's sake, I hope his teacher doesn't catch the show because he just said he had no homework and he had tests.
Hopefully he's telling the truth.
He's got to study. He's got to study for. So he's gonna go in and study.
See?
And I am about to go find some decent lighting and sit still for a minute.
All right, we're here for it. I mean, if you want to take a break and pop back with us, you can do that. Or if you want to just keep rolling along here, we're good either way. Bianca's still trying to get her nerves out.
I'm still picking my fingernails.
I don't bite hard.
Whoa! All right, this is.
I'm gonna keep my comments to myself. Your kid is around.
Well, once he gets to the house, we let it linger a little bit, and they'll be out studying and being busy. We got no problem with that kind of stuff here on the show either. So you said road life is tough, guys cramming in all these shows, etc. We heard some wild stories about things that go on the road with bands. They sleep in the same van. They sleep with their feet in each other's face. What is one wild thing that's happened on the road? You're like, damn, I can't believe that just happened. Besides right now.
We can't say too much because we were just talking about the kids and everything. But
Yeah.
I guess the wildest stuff is actually like like my first bus, the very first show we took it on, a lady ran a stop sign and totaled the bus.
Oh my God.
The fire department
Oh,
had to come drag us out of the bus because nothing would open. They had to use the jaws of life to get the door open. And we still made the show that night.
Wow. Now
So
that's
to me-
impressive.
To me, that's the crazy stuff. We started 15 minutes late.
Jesus. And the funny thing is, now, I'm only guessing, just from looking at the pictures. You got to be what, 6'2", 6'3"?
I'm 6 foot. I wish
6
I
foot.
was 6'2".
But you look like a tall, like kind of muscular guy. I feel bad for the firemen that had to pull you out of the bus, dude. How many dudes did it take to get you out of that bus?
Well, he didn't have to pull me out of the bus. He just had to pull the bus apart to get us out.
Oh, okay.
I walked on my own accord. But no, I'm not. Are you trying to say I'm fat? Is that what?
No, I'm saying you look like
a. Did he call me? I think he called me fat.
I'm telling you, I'm going to put the picture up. This, to me, looks like one badass dude right here. Big, muscular, no fat. I don't see fat there. I see a badass dude who's going to come on his next tour to Philly and just kick my ass.
No.
Keep talking shit. He crush you with them thighs.
Whoa, damn.
What? My thighs?
Yeah.
You never seen the watermelon video?
Yeah, but I don't understand why I would have Jeff's head in between my thighs. That's not going to happen, Jeff. You don't have to worry about that. You don't. Not.
Listen, if he talks shit, we have to pop him like a watermelon.
Yeah, but not, I never thought I'd say this, like, when I started the show this years back, and the artists I have on and celebrities and etc. I never thought I'd say this, but no offense, I don't want your head. I don't want my head anywhere near your lap.
I'm perfectly okay with that, Jeff. Me and you are on the same page there. I don't
No
know where
WWE
Bianca
on
was
here?
going with that or what she was thinking, but
Listen.
I think she was thinking a little more WWE style than.
Thank you.
A little more wrestling style.
He reminds me like the Undertaker. Dude, the hair, the beard, the arms, the tattoos. Like, what?
I mean, I'll tombstone you in a heartbeat, but I'm not going to try to squash your head with my thighs. That's, you know.
The best part of this show is when it does slightly derail, because that was fantastic. But just to let you both know, Bianca Frank, that's turning into a soundbite. As soon as I figure out how to make one, it's going to be a little clip, and that's going to go everywhere.
Don't do that to me.
I got to. But so the public relations firms, a lot of great artists come out of that, doing a lot of tours. Like I said, Sturgis, which is amazing. That has to be an experience and a half. And now you're traveling through Florida and doing a lot of shows. Put in perspective, man, like right now you're being a dad, not quite doing music, but what do you do for free time? What do you have any free time? And how do you write with all that? Let's get always so busy.
Writing has actually been really difficult just because we have been touring so much and playing so many shows. And honestly, time off, we usually average at least we play about 200 to 230 shows a year. So we average about 4 shows a week.
Wow.
Every week. So that, and then I try to get my son as much as I possibly can. So there's a day or 2 a week there. So that leaves like a day to take care of all the behind the scenes stuff, all the booking, all the bank stuff, all the payroll, and trying to get together and write. Oh, not to mention all the upkeep and maintenance that we have to do. So it's a full-time, everybody's like, oh, you're going and playing a show. But it is a full-time job. Right. A lot of behind the scenes, loading in, loading out, traveling, maintenance. So the writing stuff, a lot of times we'll just come up with an idea and just table it, put it in our notes. And then 3:30 in the morning after a show, we may sit in a band house and play around with lyrics or a melody line or something, and it just kind of build as we go.
That's crazy, but admirable. Like I got a hard enough time sitting down and writing up some topics and some script line for this show, and and 3:30 in the morning, God forbid, I sure as heck ain't awake doing that. So man, that's amazing.
Well, after the really good shows, you always need some time to wind down. So it's not like you get off stage and you go straight to bed.
No, your adrenaline's got to be pumping.
So, and we normally, we love opening for national acts. We love doing the big shows, and those are normally shorter shows. But we're in this in-between bubble where, like, we might go open for a national act one weekend, and then the next weekend we might be playing a dive bar somewhere where we play 4 hours straight, no breaks.
Wow, Jesus, 4 hours straight. It pays well though, right? And good drinks and good money.
Once again, depends on the show. We're this in between bubble where we're not big enough quite yet to be a national act. We're trending. We're going that direction, and we're trying our hardest. But we're kind of bigger than a normal regional act. So we're in this in between. Like I said, one weekend it might be playing to 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 people. The next weekend it might be playing to 20.
It's all the same rush though, correct? A lot of the artists we get on say it could be one person, 1,000 people. It's all the same rush.
To me, it's all about the crowd interaction, and that's how you keep going. Also, like I give energy out. If you give me energy back, it makes me give you more energy, which means you give. So by the end of it, it's like this feeding frenzy of, everybody's energy in the room. So I would rather have 5 people that were really into the show than 100 people just sitting there staring at you.
I like that. I like that a lot. I kind of think what you need, because it sounds like you're on the right track. I think you need 2 people from like the East Coast come down, help you do your books, help you work with the crew. I think me and Bianca are ready to jump on a road with you, man, and be your new team. What do you think?
Florida's my next destination. I won't be that far.
I mean, we're in Florida at least 3 or 4 times a month. So.
Wow, there you go.
Oh, when I get down there. My goal's next year. That's my 30th birthday present to myself.
What part of Florida?
I want to go to Delray.
Yeah. All right.
I've
Well,
been
you
I've
stay in
been
touch.
exploring for like 2 years. I am super like I've been visiting in different places. I have been looking at jobs. I've been looking at just like coasts. Like I want to be near the beach. I want to be in the warm all the time. I hate the snow so much. So much. I don't know how I was born here. I've been here my whole life. I can't wait. I can't wait to move down south. I just feel like down there you guys enjoy life different. You enjoy life for what it is. Up here it's so go all the time. I mean, I know that's what your career is like right now, but before that, life is just slower down there. You enjoy the moments with your family. You enjoy the moments with your kid. You do, picnics and you're out, you know what I mean? Building memories, not just, sucked up in your phone or your schedule, where I feel like up here, that's how it is. Like, New York, it's like the city that never sleeps. Like Philadelphia, it's just a bunch of crackheads. They're just.
You heard it here live on the Yo Show.
Right. Philadelphia is going to be lobbying a complaint now.
Philadelphia knows what Philadelphia is. Trust me.
I'm from here. They can't complain.
Right, we
You
know
can't
we
trash
are.
talk us, but we can.
Right, that's the Philly motto. If you're a sports fan at all, you know that's how it goes. We can trash
Nobody
talk
likes
ourselves.
us, and we don't care.
I mean, that football season's coming around. Roll Tide, baby. Roll Tide.
There you go. Well, yeah, man, Alabama fan, absolutely don't blame me. That's the big time down there, and it's cool, and it's cool to get the love of the of your local team, and ride that wave. One thing I like to ask this of a lot of musicians that come on, and I know we're getting near the time we promised to cut you loose, but the music scene has become weird in two ways. Number one, you get people going to shows, throwing things at artists, drinks, cell phones. I don't get it. Number one. Number two, has also gotten it's almost like everything nowadays is a single and social media. So it's cool that you're coming out with an EP. Assess the two real quick. Number one, the fan bad reaction. Number two, just how social media seems to change the feel of the scene for good and bad.
So the throwing things, I'm on Up It one just a couple of weeks ago, and I honestly had to catch myself and remember that I was on stage. But I had a guy reach up and punch me in the stomach.
What?
He was drunk, partying, and just literally reached up and sucker punched me in the gut.
On purpose?
On purpose.
Oh no.
Ballsy, first of all, like I said, you look like a tough guy.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't dare try that, but
I stopped dead in my tracks, and then realized I was on stage and I couldn't do what I wanted to do, and just had security take care of it.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, people, I don't know why they think that that's cool or that's a trend or
why is that okay?
But
right, you're ruining the experience. Is how I look at it. And whether it's, I don't know what your shows charge, but I know around here there's shows that you go in for $10 to see great bands. So you're paying $10, $100, whatever you're paying to get in. Why ruin the experience? Why punch Frank Fletcher? He's great.
Why would you just punch anybody?
Yeah.
Funny thing, I mean, that guy had already started some stuff with some other people, and like I said, security took care of it, and they escorted him out. I don't know. I don't know if just people are looking for attention. Sometimes bad attention is still attention.
Truth.
Every Tuesday and Wednesday night. That's why I do this.
I'm here. I'm right here with you, bro. I'm on
That's
the show.
true, brother. That's true. You certainly are. We're happy for that. But yeah, I get you. Like some people think like, oh, I'll do something ridiculous. Somebody will Snapchat me or record me and get me on some kind of social media. To me, it's kind of a mess. And, like I said, you got to remember you're on stage because, like I said, you're a tough-looking guy. You probably want to grab him, probably want to punch him right back. And everyone's like, whoa. They'll take one moment like that to ruin it.
That's exactly. I mean, for all of the entertainers as a whole now, like whatever you're doing, if you're an actor or an actress or a musician or everything is so charged nowadays that we have to think about every little thing we do. Because somebody could snap one picture and make a meme or make a, catch you in one off moment. And that's enough to ruin your career.
Yeah, it's got to be kind of a scary thing, I guess. And like I said, especially the bigger you get, and like I said, people come to see you, they'll travel to see you, and then somebody will be like, "Hey, there's Frank," and might be a cute girl that and somebody snaps a shot, and yeah, keep doing what you're doing, though, man. Love your fans. We love you back.
I
I try to.
100% am extremely thankful and appreciative of every single fan, anybody that comes out to support us. Because honestly, if it wasn't for that support, I wouldn't have a career. And I don't understand the artists that feel like they're bigger than their fans or don't take the time.
Seriously.
If I didn't have a manager and a tour, manager to keep me on track, to keep our timelines going, I'd sit there all night long and talk to everybody that came up, talk to me, take pictures, sign, whatever, sign your baby's forehead. Okay. Like,
what's the wildest thing you've had to sign so far?
Yes.
Can't say it on air.
Oh, you say it on air. You probably can't say it in the car at the moment.
But I do remember one where this little girl came up and asked me to sign like her shorts or something, and I could tell she was probably like 11 or 12, and I was like, "Hang on, time out. Where are your parents?"
Right? Yeah. And let's get mom and dad to approve of this.
So I not only signed the daughter's shorts, I signed the mom's shorts also.
We love that. Was she hot moms?
He won't
Bianca's trying to bait me. I feel it now.
A little bit. She came on kind of shy. It's her first time trying this out. I tell you, she's nailing the good
wringing
stuff.
my hands in my lap.
It's just it's her personality, though. Like you see, she's got that fun and confidence.
She's a sunflower.
They were one of my really good friends' favorite flower, and the sunset was real pretty today, and that was her thing. So I felt like I had to come home and put it on. Like, she's sitting here probably laughing her ass off because I feel crazy right now. I'm like staring at myself, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm supposed to look at me or the camera or you guys. I'm like trying to read everything that comes up. I have no glasses on. I'm like, this is not working for me right now.
It's a little tricky. If Frank pulls it off nice, he looks like dead into the
he's
camera.
Done it a million times.
Right.
I'm winging it. Look,
you're doing good though.
Look. See, I'm shaking too.
I can shake my hands.
That everybody gets nervous on this program, probably because I'm so terrible at running it that they just expect the word.
No, it's your majestic beard. I have beard envy. I'm trying to get there.
Thank you.
That's the best beard in podcasting.
That's what I've been told lately. The last few weeks is the best beard in podcasting. I'm flattered by that.
That should be your soundbite right there.
Right.
Yeah. First, it's getting my head crushed by Frank Fletcher.
Don't do that, Jeff.
I'll go ahead and take my percentage for your PR right there. Best beard in podcasting. That's going to be your new hook for the show.
I like it, and it's going to be an upcoming Frank Fletcher song. It's going to be called "Yo, the Best Beard in Podcasting." I love it. It's great. I'm already buying it. I don't even know what it sounds like.
If I write it, it's got to be your intro and outro song.
Of course. I mean, we love the guys from St. Ricketts, but they broke up and won't even do a reunion, so we got a new song to lead us in. But I got to tell you, like I said, a lot of concerts coming up in the Florida area. Just came back from Sturgis. The new song is rolling. You can find it on all social media platforms, Apple Music and Spotify. And make sure you get into the music, man. Frank Fletcher, awesome artist. We can't thank you enough for not only coming on with us, which we love, but doing it in a real life scene. Like, hey, man, this is life. I got to take care of the kids. I got to drive in a truck. And I kind of love that more. And no offense to everyone on the show. You set up is great. This is kind of cool, man. Like on the fly and got to edit yourself a little bit. And it's super cool.
Well, I mean, life doesn't stop. I have like I said, I have an extremely busy schedule. So I'm going to squeeze what I can when I can. But dad life comes before anything and everything.
I love that. And that's great. And I said the fact that you, I'm even going to say the fact you allow us to kind of be part of your routine, even when you're with your kids and your family, is a class act. Makes me feel good. Telling Bianca coming in, it's the first time I ever did, I said, trust me, we have never had an act that didn't show great class, great style, great chat, and you're just another one along the line, man. Awesome job tonight. We really appreciate it. Bianca, anything that you want to say to Frank before we lose him for the night until the next time we bring him back?
Honestly, just good luck. Your personality is super down to earth, so I think that when you do blow up to those where you don't have to worry about somebody being able to reach your stomach, you know what I mean? The stage will be too tall for that eventually, But I think when people get to look back and see how human you are, you know what I mean? Like, you always wonder about the kids when you see somebody like that. You always wonder how you fit it in. Like, they're people too. So good luck.
Thank you, JD.
I can't wait to see you blow up all over. I will see you at a show in Florida when I get down there, though.
Well, stay in touch with me, and we'll try to be in Delray for a 30th birthday party.
Whoa.
He's in May.
That would be the shot. I would go down for that. I
You better
really
fly
would.
down, Jeff, you and Cassie.
Definitely will. I would love to see that. JD is in Minnesota. He's one of our truest fans and friends of the show. And he always says, like, you always do a great job bringing artists on. So you're always adding to his playlist. Frank, you're no exception. We thank you so much. We're going to play one of your songs after you go. Kind of an older one. Let's party tonight because I got that vibe, man. But we'll let you go. We'll let you do your thing. And I thank you so much. We'll talk soon. We'd love to do it again, brother.
Yes, sir. And thank you for having us. And Bianca, you did great tonight.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
All right. Well,
Stay
stay in
blessed,
touch.
everybody.
I'll talk to y'all soon. And thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Frank Fletcher, ladies and gentlemen, awesome artist and musician. We thank him for coming on. We'll let him go and do his thing. And Bianca, two things. Number one, you did great. Number two, some of your improv questions were awesome. And you kind of, I don't know about you. I know me, when we have these artists on and you just start spitballing and talking and letting it out, the questions do come natural because like you want to know how they feel about certain things, how they handle certain things, especially when they're cool like the ones we get on here. So hats off to both of you. Great job.
I just feel like at the end of the day, everybody is a person, right? Like, it doesn't matter how big you are. It doesn't matter if you're up and coming. It doesn't matter if you're already established. It doesn't matter if nobody knows you. Like, they're still people. So it's just a conversation. It's not any different than me having a conversation with you.
I love that. And JD,
Thanks,
like I said,
JD. You're so nice.
he's here every night and he likes what he sees and he has told me, and he always comes out afterwards and said great job by guest co-hosts because we have a lot and some of them, like I said, get nervous coming on and then it starts to flow a little bit. But what you said amazes me because that has been our creed from day one. We don't call it like an interview. It's a chat. You're basically sitting around chatting with a couple people, me and you, and here comes Frank Fletcher. Hey, let's chat. That's why we, have like some cocktails, etc. I always try to treat it like you're in my house. You came to my house.
Right.
We're going to chat it up.
Catch up with an old friend.
Exactly. So I
Or
love
make
the
new
fact.
ones.
Right, we're making new ones. I love the fact that you came out with that because that tickles me. And you talk about crying. I put a little tear in my eye. I did. I love that. See?
I mean, listen, it could be the president. It could be anybody. Like, and I will say, I don't mean this like, I mean, I've met some famous people along the way. I have had my chest signed by one of my favorite rappers when I was 18 years old before
Name
he
drop.
was really like up. Yeah, man. Like, I have
Name drop.
Huh?
Name drop.
T Mills. He played at my senior prom in high school.
Wow, and he signed your boob in high school? Wow.
No. So he played at my prom in
Oh.
high school. And it
Oh.
was like, that was like 3 days after my 18th birthday. But a friend of mine went and seen him at a show with me. And I have a picture of him signing my chest. So
Wow.
it was an experience. So,
I got to be a musician. Signing Hot Mom's shorts and signing
right?
Hot Mom's boobs. And I never signed anything. I signed one autograph in my time when we did Wing Bowl. That stupid sign that came down, we autographed it and we gave it to Brent.
I'm cracking up.
Telling you, we're, I would like to sign some chest. Maybe the Yo Show would be big. I could sign. Yeah, my luck
Listen.
would be.
One day.
Listen.
One day you'll be there.
And you'll be there with me because, like we always say, once you're Yo Show, you're family, and you're now part of our family, and Frank is part of our family. And we do because, like I said, it takes a lot to come on here. Some people are like, podcast. I don't want to do it. Like the artist. And I get it. We've been shot down by some of the biggest and some of the best. Scarlett Johansson's people thanked me for thinking of her, but said she's not interested. I mean, I went
Right.
for it.
Like it was a nice try. It was a nice try.
Exactly. It's almost like they're laughing, like, yeah, good try, bud. But you
We
try.
no, listen, A for effort, F for execution.
Exactly. But no, the execution gets like a D because their PR people still reached out,
All right.
still thanked me for thinking of her. So I give myself
Alright,
a D.
Like a D. All right, that D plus maybe.
The best one I ever had, and I don't think I ever told you this story. Did you ever watch Shameless?
Yes, I'm actually currently binging it for the first time.
Okay, so you know Big Kev.
Yes.
Okay, right. So he was on the show twice back when we just did audio. Couldn't get him
I
on
love
video.
that.
I tried. And again, I tried it and I'm like, Steve Howie, I love this guy. He's hilarious. He was on Reba. He was
hysterical.
hilarious. And he's a good looking guy and he's funny. So I tried it. And I reached out to his PR people. A couple of weeks pass. I hear nothing. And one day I'm at work. The phone rings. I look and it says California. Now, you know how you are when your phone says California, right? You're like,
Like, great.
okay.
Who do I owe now?
Right, or what kind of spam is this? So I'm like, yeah. Oh, hi, I'm looking for Jeff Perini. Yeah, what do you want, bud? Oh, my name is Javier Delgado. I'm the representative for Steve Howie, the actor. You had given us a message about him coming on your show. And I'm like, huh? I'm like,
Try that again.
yeah, and he's like, Steve Howie. I'm like, oh, hold on one second. Good afternoon, Jeff Perini's office. Like now all of a sudden I go to one ear and the other and I change my tone. But you shoot the shot. He came on. He was great. First time he came on. We actually had him on twice. The second time he was shooting a show and he said, call him. And we're like, huh? He goes, yeah, I can't call you, but call me. I'll answer and I'll do the show. This is back. They said it was just audio. So there's a phone in. And we call him and I'm like, he answers the phone and goes, yeah. And I'm like, Steve Howie? Yeah. How you doing, bud? It's the O Show? Yeah, what do you want? I'm like, uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
And I thought we were falling apart. And then Jules like, no, it's Jeff and Jewel. And he's like, oh my God, the show. He's like, sorry, dude, I thought you were some bill collector. I was really going to lay you out. It was great fun. They had tacos on the show. But yeah, you try, you take the shots. You never know who will say yes and come join you.
Yeah, one day it'll be big enough, you know what I mean? You keep putting all the hard work and effort and stuff into it like you are. Like, you're still relatively young. You're not that old. So, like, you still have time.
Oh, make me love you now. Thank you. Make me love you. I appreciate
America's
that.
sweetheart.
Oh, I am. I do keep coming. I am relentless because I just keep sending it. I like to.
Listen,
I like.
you miss all the shots you don't take, so.
All right. Now, who coined that phrase? Let's test it. Wayne Gretzky. All right, I was impressed there that you nailed that, but it's a Wayne Gretzky. Sorry, you're new to hockey. I forgot him.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Super new. Like, not
Super
even,
new.
we're still crawling. We're not even walking yet.
Right, but you'll get there. Like I said, go right to the glass. Don't play around sitting in the nosebleeds. Go right to the glass.
I would
Change
never
your
sit
life.
in a nosebleed.
Not a girl. I'd like to see. Here comes a little bit of comfort, a little bit of arrogance. I dig it. I do. I dig your arrogance.
I'm afraid of heights, so I don't want to sit that high.
Are you really? Man, you were letting it all out tonight. Next time I see you, I'm gonna like stand tall and.
It's crazy because I'm an adrenaline junkie, though. So I'll get on a roller coaster. I want to go skydiving. I was a firefighter for a few years, so I've climbed some pretty tall ladders.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, I was a volunteer. It kind of like ran in the family.
Wow, that's pretty cool. And like you see, like some women I know that have been in the military. I'm like, wow, really? Because they come out like the dainty women.
I wish I
and
could do
stuff.
that.
No, I
I
couldn't
wish
do
I
it.
could have been smart and went and did what I had to do, but I can't shut up. So that would never have worked for me.
That would be a hell of a time here with my wife because she doesn't shut up either. In a good way. I love her for it. You know I do. You ready to tackle some topics? This is where it gets kind of fun.
Sure.
All right. I gave you the list of topics, so there was no big surprises.
I
And
don't know if I can see them while we're on this.
that's right.
I
You
don't-
probably can. I forgot because I sent them. Oh, yeah.
When
Okay.
I click over, does it take me off?
Yeah, you're totally gone now.
Yeah,
We
same.
can hear you, but can't see you. There you go.
Like I can kind of see it. Not really.
Okay.
You were supposed to
So-
drop it in the chat, Jeff.
Gee, I don't know if I can. Actually, I know I can't. Well, that stinks. Oh,
You could have did them if you did them on the computer. You could have copied and pasted it that way, probably.
yeah, you're right. Yeah, see, I told you I suck at this, and I can't. But let's get to easy stuff then. Stuff that'll make you think, and stuff that'll use your personality. Because I love this one. I read this last night, and of course, if I was a single guy, I would have already entered the contest, but I'm not, so I did not. Porn star Jessa Rose wants to fulfill fans' fantasies. She said she will pick one man from random who joins her premium snap, and she will have a sexual encounter with one of her fans, getting to actually sleep with a porn star. First of all, because we're going to have both opinions here, and that's why I like the male-female aspect of this. First of all, I could never, because I possibly couldn't give a porn star anything she hasn't already had. Sexual.
I mean, yes and no.
Yes, well, I mean,
I feel like there's more to that activity than the actual act of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, sex is an experience. Unless it's about just getting down to the business, that's different. You know what I'm saying? But so there's more to offer there than that.
I get it. I'm kind of assuming if it's Jessa Rose, she's not expected to be romanced and
Correct.
coddled and cuddle afterwards.
But maybe she does, because think about what she does for a living. How often does she get that?
I'm writing that down. Sorry, Cassie, but me and Jessa Rose, I'm going to at least try my shot. And you know what's even better? I'm going to try it, and when I win, I'm going to shoot her down. That's going to slam me on social media, and then the Yo Show is going to become huge. I'm going to be known as the guy that shot down Jessa Rose.
So just pick the next one.
They will. Dave, you are such reality.
You'll get
You're
bragging
right.
rights. Like, guess what? I had the chance, and I said no.
Right? Like I'd say no. My wife always says, and she watches. I don't know if she's here yet because I didn't see her comment, but like everybody's, man, Jeff gets all these like beautiful women on the Yo Show and all these hot hosts and co-hosts and all that, and how does it make you feel? She's like, man, nobody on that show that wants him.
You gotta love it.
You do. I mean, I've had like big actresses like Nancy Vallon and Betsy Russell, and I had Instagram superstar model Brianna Dale, who has like 2 million followers, and she's, hold that thought real quick, just to show you that my wife said if you get this, you get a hall pass. Like, kabam. Really? My wife says, you get that girl, and she wants to sleep with you, you get a hall pass. Yeah. She knows. She said, that girl shows up on our front step tomorrow, have at it. I'll be back.
You earned it.
Right? I mean, but, and it's kind of the thing, like, she knows how I am. Flirty. She's a little bit of a, I don't want to say a flirty. She's just that talkative. Everybody always thinks she's flirty.
Yeah, she's a big personality.
She is. Very big personality. And sometimes when we start flowing, it doesn't really clash, but it's kind of like we try to outdo each other a little bit. I don't know if you've ever seen that us in that kind of action.
I don't think I've really I mean, I may have, but I don't know how many times I've encountered you guys together.
Whoa, what are you saying there? So there's like
normally when I see her, she's just like off and about and on her own. You know what I'm saying?
True.
You're probably on the other side of the room at that point. So I don't necessarily see the interaction that happens between the two of you.
I got you. She does move fast.
Absolutely. If you blink, you'll miss her.
Absolutely. My brother always calls her the Tasmanian Devil, which I find funny. She doesn't find all that funny.
Like the Roadrunner.
Yeah, there you go. That's also very good. Oh, JD, I'm telling you, you got to come down to PA and experience everything we got going on. It's all for the good, though. My wife will have you in stitches, crying, laughing with just her antics and her attitude and her stories. And that's how we do it here in L-Town before we move away.
Oh, my God. L-Town. Do you remember? I don't know if that's showing my age, but like, I remember when that was like a thing. Kids like ran around. L-Town was like
L-Town.
LT. Well, I guess it's backwards for you guys, right? Like,
yeah, it is, but it's
that
still
was like the first gang sign we ever knew.
L-Town.
Seriously,
it's on your bucket
like
list.
The 5th grade or 6th grade when that was like a thing. Yeah, the L and the T.
When you come to town, JD, we're gonna get you to Murphy's too, and Bianca's coming that night. We'll make sure Angie's working, and we'll give you the whole Murphy's experience. You'll never want to come back.
It depends on what kind of night it is.
True, there's been some
It goes both
great
ways.
nights there. It does go both
Absolutely.
ways.
I've definitely had some times in there that I'll laugh about when I'm old and tell my grandkids about it. But it is always an interesting time. To put
Always.
it politely.
And like I said, Brent, who was on here earlier, we used to work together. And then we lost touch a little bit, and through social media, you link up again. And now he goes to the shows I go to, take pictures and all that stuff. And he loves going to Murphy's. And he's like, man, it's always something new here. And it is. From the weirdest to the coolest, it's always something.
That's how I feel about Sparky's.
I think I've been there once.
Oh my goodness. Listen, Sparky's on a Friday, that is my jam. And I'm usually like the youngest one in the bar, but it's all right.
Wow. See, I like that because now I can feel a little more at home. And
I really like the DJ on Friday nights. She plays kind of to the crowd though. So like sometimes it's like 90s music and it's like Ja Rule and Ashanti and like, I guess like all the music I grew up with, like the music that makes me sing at the top of my lungs. And then sometimes I'm like, damn, I haven't known the last 7 songs played. It's time to go.
Who DJs Friday nights at Sparky's?
DJ Dana.
DJ Dana. Okay, I'm down to check it out.
Dude, I love her. They do bands on Saturdays, so I'm surprised you haven't been there more.
Yeah, true, because that's kind of like my thing.
My girlfriend Melissa, the one that popped up, commented on the video. Her dad is playing. I think it's this weekend, Saturday.
Go see Dad. She just there it is. There's the comment.
She's still watching. I'm cracking up. I love her.
That's awesome. Thank you for still watching too. She's cute too. Hi. I'm married.
She's adorable. She's not single though.
That's okay. Neither am I.
Smart.
No love connection here. We were trying to do a little Bianca Frank Fletcher love connection. I think you were doing all right there for a while.
Listen. I would be his sugar mama. He wouldn't have to do this.
Wow. Well, he'd still get to do music. You don't have to worry about doing anything else.
That's fine. Listen, be a good dad. That's all I want.
There you go. Well, your kids need to go to bowling alley. You stay home, honey. Stepmama Bianca's got the kids going to the bowling alley.
Don't worry, we'll be on time.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Well, that's okay. But he was a cool guy. And, I kind of like that too. And every once in a while we get like the handsome guy or the cool guy. And Jewel gets a little, not often because she's pretty calm. But one night we had, for her birthday, we had Jamie Kennedy on. You know Jamie Kennedy, correct? All right, so he's a comedian, local.
Okay.
If you've seen, what were the movies? Scream. The Scream movies. He was in the first couple.
I just watched them for the first time this year.
Oh, gee, he was in the first couple. And he's like the reddish-haired dude, and he's from Philly, and he's a comedian.
I can't do scary movies, dude.
Me neither, dude.
I watched Scream 1 and 2. We started them at like 2 in the morning and watched them all to like 7 o'clock. And I literally dreamt about Ghostface. Like, I was like, how is this? I'm 28 years old, and I'm having nightmares because I watched a not even that scary movie. Like, it's been that way since I was a kid, but in my defense, my first ever scary movie was The Exorcist, and I was like, 8 or 9, and it ruined my life. I can't do it. I've watched It. I didn't watch the new one, but I've watched the original. And then me and my girlfriend went on like a double date when we were teenagers, and we went and seen, I can't even remember what it's called. Like, there's like 7 of them now, and we went and seen the first one, and we slept with the light on and the television on that night, and we went together. Like, I don't know why I can't do haunted hay rides. None of that. All my friends are like, how are you this much of a chicken? Like, I'm not afraid of anybody or anything, but I don't do scary shit.
Me neither. And even though it's fake and graphic, we had back in last winter, we had an actor by the name of David Howard Thornton, and he's now known as Art the Clown. He's Terrifier, which was huge for him to even come on the show because that movie like blew up. And Jewel sat through both of them. I lasted 5 minutes because it's gory and it's scary, and I'm watching. I'm like this poor guy's coming on my show, so I'm listening to it, just listening to the gore. I'm like, no way. Yeah, right, like
I
that,
can
man.
watch but not listen. Like I can see it.
Really?
That's not the problem. But yeah, the sound effects do get me. Like, just I don't know. I hear them. It's like a sensory thing. It's a touch of the tism, you know.
I got it. It's like a polar opposite thing with me and you. Then we can go and be one person. You can
Yeah,
watch.
right. You
I'll
got what I
listen.
need. Yeah.
Flattered.
Yeah, no, I can't do the audio.
Wow. Yeah, I can't. Like I said, my brother was like, dude, it's so fake. It's like all this like. I'm like, hey, even so, it just looks disgusting. Like
Yeah, can't do it.
there's supposedly this kill scene in part 2 that is just absolutely mind-blowingly disgusting. When people ran out of the theater throwing up. No, I can't.
Yeah, no. No, I can't do it.
I'll
No.
throw it.
And like real life, like I am almost 30 years old and I cannot watch scary movies. And that's so sad because I want to. I love Halloween. I do love fall. That's like the only thing I think I'll miss about moving down south where it's hot is fall. But like I can do without the spring and I can do without the winter. And my birthday's in the spring and I'm still like, no thanks. You
I
know?
like spring. I'm spring also. I'm April, so I'm
Yeah.
spring boy.
I'm a Mother's Day baby, but it's raining most of the time. It's humid. It gets like really super hot one day, really super cold the next day, and like I hate it. I just want it to be sunshining all the time. The heat, the warmth, like I just feel like it's so much more motivating. I need that. Like I'm not ready for winter. I am not.
Well,
Like I'm dreading it.
let's say Frank Fletcher moves to PA and has a great collection of hoodies and flannel shirts. You're going to want the fall so you can steal his hoodies and his flannel shirts.
I'm
That's what all you
I'm
women
not.
do.
He's just gonna have to go back down south. Because sorry, honey, you can still wear your hoodies in October and November down in Florida, just not all the time. So it drops down.
She gave him honey like he had no choice. Oh, sorry,
Nope,
honey. Like,
sorry, hon.
no.
Nope.
Let's do one more piece from Honey. Let's get another one of Honey's songs on here because we like playing the music. This is one of his older ones called "Let's Party Tonight," and I love this song. And he talked about party music and getting into it. My wonderful audio, the nice big American flag there. So we're gonna play this song again by Frank Fletcher. "Let's Party Tonight." We'll come back in a few minutes here at the Yo Show. Bianca and I will tackle a couple more comments, and then we're going to go to bed. Not
Ready
together.
for that.
Wow. Okay.
Listen. I had a long day. Okay.
I hear
I'm
you.
tired, girl.
Let's play some tunes. Poor thing. I love you for it, though. Here we go right now. Frank Fletcher and "Let's Party Tonight."
It's Friday night, we're getting drunk on that juice. Got my four-wheel drive, gonna put it to use. Better my truck's gonna get raced out. Hold on tight, cause it's gonna get wild. Pour a little crown in that Dixie cup. My truck's sky high, so I'm on up. No shirt, no shoes, that's just my style. It's so damn hot, it's getting better every night. Got the jacked up trucks and mud on the tires. Bloody shine getting passed round the bonfire. When the country song hits, got the prettiest girls with the jeans that fit just right. So let's party tonight. So pull off the road just as far as you can go to the back of the field so the cops don't know. Drop the tailgate, light the fire, pour on the gas so those flames get high. She's dancing on the hood and the music band. Don't look now, she just caught the stand. She said, yeah, boy, you look just right. Come over here, let's party tonight. Got the jacked up trucks and mud on the tires. Bloody shine getting passed round the bonfire. Got the boom on the bass when the country song hits. Got the prettiest girls with the jeans that fit just right. So let's party tonight. Let's party tonight. Shine getting passed round the bonfire. bonfire. Got the boom on the bass when the country song hits. Got the prettiest girls with the jeans that fit just right. So let's party tonight. Let's party tonight. Let's party
Wow, that was just like one big.
Like, I wish I
What's
was
the word?
drinking beer, and I'm not even a beer drinker.
Right? Like, but it was also, I mean, in both ways for the guys and the girls, that was a sexy video. There's a lot of girls dancing around in bikinis and Frank and his boys doing dude stuff and a great song, too, on top of that. Very
Very
impressed.
like
I enjoyed it.
Brantley Gilbert vibes. Jason Aldean kind of like smacked into one.
I like it. And with a little mix of Sir Mix-a-Lot with all the chicks dancing around on trucks in bikinis.
That would be country for you, Jeff.
True, very true. I've only been to 2 country concerts, and first time I'm like, wow, like there are some skirts and some boots and cowboy hats and tiny shirts.
Short shorts.
Oh my God, yeah. Definitely a trouble spot.
I've been to so many country concerts.
Really? So
like
it's kind of your thing.
more than 30. Like I have seen so many of my favorite artists. Like I love country concerts. I've been to more country concerts than any other kind of concerts.
Real now, country like what's? And I guess I always ask this seriously, and I know it's a party atmosphere. What's the lure of country music? Because I'm a guy who will listen to some. Like I like Frank. I think he's cool, but I don't listen to a lot of it. What's the lure for you? What do you get out of country music?
If you ever just stop and like listen to the lyrics of country music, a lot of it's about love, a lot of it's about loss, and a lot of it's about having a good time. Those are like the 3 main staples of country music. So there's country from all different kinds of eras. There's you know what I'm talking about. It always, and a lot of it's like American pride and being proud of where you come from, and you know what I'm saying. Like it's those good old Southern hospitality. You know, the morals, they're just different down there than we are up here. You know what I mean? Like up north, it's not the same. So if I always listen to country when I'm in love, that's like a real life thing.
Well, how about that? My wife is finally in the house watching on Twitch.
Look how cute
Powder
her
Girl
picture
80.
is.
Isn't it cute? I've got the cutest picture of her, and she's like, I don't know what made you pick that picture. The picture that I use of her on my phone is a default picture. See if I can get it to come up. I can't. Aw. Let's see if you. Well, I don't know because I'm gonna give out her phone number on the air, but she, like you said, she is her own worst critic, and she
We
looks
all
great.
are.
Like pictures, like yeah, you are. It's definitely a female thing. Like I know I look like a dork, and I just say it, but like a lot of you pretty women are like, oh no, don't take a picture like this, and I don't want to wear this, and I don't want to do that. And
Because nobody can make you feel anything that you don't already feel about yourself. So if somebody takes a picture of you in an unflattering angle, and maybe you're worried about what your arms look like, or maybe you're worried about what your tummy looks like, and then somebody takes a picture that emphasizes that, and not even on purpose, because, especially like candid photos and stuff like that, they tend to have the worst angles. But
yeah,
they're great moments, you know what I mean? It's playing with the kids, or, on the slip and slide, and I love her.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So those candid moments, those are the ones that we love the most, but they're the ones that we tend not to post because they're a little bit ugly, And
And
when you feel something about yourself, like if you have a double chin and somebody takes a picture of you laughing, right? Your double chin's probably sticking out. And like a lot of times you're like, oh my goodness, like I already knew it was bad, and like now it's in your face. I had my sister's mom got married, and like the photographer took a picture of me, and I was just dancing. Like there was like a couple of them like back and forth, and like I posted the picture, and I was like, listen, gorgeous, gorgeous girls have double chins. Like my whole the whole thing was hanging out, and I was like, you know what? Like I hate my double
You
chin.
said your whole gobble. You were
The
gonna
whole
say that, weren't
goblet, and like I hate my double chin, not from this angle, but
you? No. Good
but
angle.
you know
Tony.
what?
No.
Like I was just in a moment, you know what I mean? And I was enjoying myself. And like that was like a new experience for me. And we had a great time at this wedding. And like, you know what? I don't even care if my arm was hanging out of the side of my dress or, you know what I mean, a strap moved the wrong way. Those are precious moments, you know.
Yeah,
But
one way or the other.
nobody can make me feel bad about my double chin if I already exposed my double chin and acknowledged it to the world.
There you go. Like my wife gets funny about certain pictures. And meanwhile, like she's like, I don't like this, I don't like that. I'm like, you know what? Nobody, and I mean this, and no disrespect to anybody. Nobody's got those electric blue eyes like my wife. She's got those mesmerizing, like electric,
I
almost
know.
like
And then she puts
thunderous
lashes on
blue.
too, and you're like,
Right? Like, yeah, baby. And she knows she's got it like that. And like sometimes she's like, are these shorts too short? And I'm just kind of just looking at her butt, like, not for me, but for going out
yeah,
in
right.
public. Yeah, that's my butt. There's no owning, but she's gorgeous. She knows she is, and a lot of you are, and you know you are. And we say it about Jewel all the time too. Jewel's like, I don't like this picture, I don't like that, and this and that. And you know, a lot of you women own it. Don't let the wrong man tell you the wrong thing, make you
There
feel
are
the
plenty
wrong
of men
way.
that do the same thing. If
Oh
you
yeah,
ever notice, you go on a man's Facebook and like sometimes he's got like 3 pictures and they're from 2010. You want to know why? Because that man doesn't like pictures of himself and he doesn't know how to take pictures. I hear guys say all the time, like, "Oh, I wish I could take a selfie the way a girl does." Like, I don't understand how you do it.
I
You know
suck
what
at
I'm
it.
saying? So it's not a sex thing. It's just a human thing. You know, there's nobody in this world that doesn't have an insecurity about something.
The
I
only
don't
thing I
care
don't
if
like,
you're the most handsome person in the world. I don't care if you're Frank Fletcher. Like everybody has something. Everybody has something that they don't like about themselves.
well,
And
you went back and recalled Frank Fletcher. Man, I like it. This is the real me. This is just a big red spot, bro.
yeah, I was gonna say that's a little scary, so I hope that's not you.
Actually, his picture is on there. No, it's not. It won't.
No,
It'll
it's
come up
not.
there, and it won't come up there. That's weird.
No, I was
But
they gotta
most like
stop writing the comments. I
every,
keep having to squint to read them.
I try to say them if I can. Every time I take a picture, and you'll notice this if you see me out again, I always reach for the glasses. It's the one bad thing I hate because it makes my eyes look crooked.
Or the
It does.
glare.
Or the glare. Yeah, you get the glare during the show, but in pictures, like I look like cross-eyed. I look like I got a lazy eye. All that. So
Oh no.
I can't do it during the show because I can't read a damn thing I typed or. No, I can't read the comments. I honestly can't see a damn thing. I can barely see you right now.
I'm blind, but I'm not that blind.
I am that blind, like ridiculously. Like there you are. Hi. What do you think so far? We're a few minutes before we call it. We usually do like a 2-hour show. So we call it around 10 o'clock. What do you think? You finally calm? I still see you fiddling with your fingers a little bit, but
Anxiety. It's definitely not the worst thing I've ever done. I'm lucky that it's not, I mean, yes, like he's a handsome man, but aside of that, like
thank you.
personality wise, he
Oh,
was easy to talk to. You know what I mean?
yes,
Like you're
yeah,
easy to talk to. Like we talk all the time. So,
yeah.
it's not the you or the him really that make me nervous. I don't, or the most famous person in the world on the show. It's just watching yourself, I think is hard, like seeing your own face. So
Yes.
like, and again, I'm doing it from the phone. So like my screen is small and you're small and the videos are small and the comments are small. So it's,
And
you know,
and this is going to be kind of funny. And afterwards, you can look at your Facebook. So I'm going to send you this picture. If you see what I do and how I get into it, when you get a chance, look at that later to see what I look like. I actually put it up on the giant screen, my giant TV, the smart TV, and I actually watch it in action. Sometimes I look at myself like, "You're terrible." But sometimes I look, I'm like, "You're awesome." I enjoy it, but I think it did. JD, it's none of those pictures. I save them for the special guest. Now,
no, thank you.
Bianca would knock me out. You think Frank Fletcher gets punched in the stomach? Yeah.
I would be on your front steps freaking out.
Okay. It's not the first time a woman said that before about pictures of me, but okay. The important question, would you come back and do it again? You can be honest.
Probably.
Probably. Oh, gee. Gotta
I
go out
don't
and
know
find.
if, I mean, first of all, to sit still for 2 hours
Yeah.
is like, it's different when you're like lounging on the couch or something like that and you're watching TV and you're fiddling on your phone. But like, for the most part, other than I have crystals in my hand because that's who I am as a person. You know what I mean? Just like staying focused and not checking the notifications on your phone and not watching things on
Yeah.
TV and trying to zone out like what's going around you to pay attention and things like that. I would probably do it again if when I prepped myself a little bit better. I
Okay.
mean, for throwing this together in 7.5 minutes, I think it was okay.
I think you did really good if that's what it takes. And I had a confidence you would. And I know even today you're like, I don't know. And I had a good feeling about it. And I really think you did terrific.
Thank you.
And yeah, and I had a blast as I knew I would. And so I guess I just got to keep finding more big hunky Southern country singers next time you come
No,
back.
you just got to find somebody that's easy to talk to,
They
and
usually are.
preferably
We do
somebody
pretty
that
good.
doesn't make me stumble on my words like an idiot in front of
Yeah,
however
well,
many people decide to watch this.
I
So
hope
there's that.
hundreds watch.
Happy
Uh,
first show to me.
Definitely
Um,
happy, and thank you because it was terrific.
you
As you said,
know,
happy first show, which means there will be another. I caught that.
but no, I mean it's an experience, and when I die, I want to make sure that I took every opportunity that I had. So I'm obviously not looking like for any PR, and I didn't talk about myself, give you guys anything about myself because that's not really what I'm here to do. I don't have an about me. I am me. You just experience me. I don't like to explain myself. So, I mean, there's a script. We didn't stick to it at all, if anybody's
No,
wondering.
we
At
usually
all.
don't, especially on Wednesdays. We really don't. Like, not a
There was,
lick of it.
I would say most of the important questions were asked, so that's
Yeah,
okay. But we missed a lot of the topics and stuff like that. So this is just like a very like open-ended thing. So I mean, it's just having a conversation with a couple of friends that a
agreed.
couple 100,000 million people could possibly watch one day.
Exactly. And even if it doesn't show up as a YouTube view or a Facebook view, it's always on the internet somewhere.
Yeah. Well,
So,
wouldn't be the
feast
first
your
time
eyes.
I'm on the internet somewhere. There
Wow.
was a point in time where there was a girl who used to write about me and she actually podcasted about me and it's like on Spotify and she's just trashing me on the internet.
Really? Why
So
does that seem to happen a lot with people? I think this is like the third time I've heard somebody say this.
I really don't know. I mean, I can't say that I've never done it because I did that one time to a man that was not so nice to me and I posted some really embarrassing photos of him that it's his fault that they were on the internet, but
Wow.
and I posted all the screenshots and I was like, da, 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 da. I think that you come to a point where like you just explode and
Yeah.
maybe it wasn't the best way to go about it, but like I couldn't imagine going on and just like continuously trashing people. Like I think there's a difference from like speaking your opinion or your feelings to like really just like directly punching them in the gut with your words. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's a whole different feel. I really don't know. And I just misery loves company. So, you know, and that's it back, like goes back to that attention. Any attention is a good attention. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't that, it was only a few months ago that there was a girl that tried to trash me all over the internet because we had a negative interaction. And I'm not going to get into details on the air, but I watched her try to write things about me all over the internet. I'll tell you later. I think we actually have already spoke about it. I just
Oh, okay.
legality issues are gonna.
Yeah, sure.
But like she tried to trash me all over the internet, and I like sat back and I was like, wow, nobody has like said anything. Like if we would have went back 7 or 8 years ago, everybody in town would have had something to say. And like now, like you tried so hard to embarrass me, and like you can't. You can't do it. You're not getting anywhere. So like if it made you feel better, hurrah to you. But it didn't do anything to me. It didn't change my image. Like my image spoke for itself. And you know, people look at me different or respect me different. Because I'll tell you what, if we would have went flashback, it would have been one of the things, that you're like, damn, I can't believe that really happened. And you just sit there and you read all the negative comments. And you're like,
Yeah.
and it starts to get into your head and things like that. And, so people let their emotions out however they feel fit. It may not always be the way that we agree, but it's not our place to tell people how to react or how to feel. So
I've been there. We've all been there at one point, and
absolutely.
Even like people say, you do a podcast, a little show. People get upended about disparity, competition, whatever it may be, and things happen. We try to avoid them. Sometimes we can't. That was deep. Too deep for the year show.
Yeah, man.
But it is cool, and like I said, when I bring people on here, and especially if I ask you to guest co-host, I always tell people, look, it's me. It can't be any easier than that. Because I like to make the relaxed feel. I like to have fun. This is actually a lot of fun for me. And when you think about the things I could be out doing, please, this is where I belong.
Listen, the fact that you do this like week in and week out, I could never. Like once in a while, sure, but no. I don't know how you do it. I definitely couldn't do it. Like I can't even make TikToks. Like, and that's like such like a trend. You know what I mean? Like I'll go on and I'll like rant once and then I'll go MIA for like 6 months because I'm like I don't know what to post next. I'm not a content creator.
Wow.
I just speak my piece sometimes. That's all. It's like it's like my verbal diary.
And that's what brought you here. Especially when you said it, just so you know, I have no filter. I didn't ask for it.
No filter. Obviously, or I wouldn't have looked like a dumbass earlier.
That's all right. These
You
things
caught my concept. He wasn't getting it.
No, not really. But the thing I find funny, and I hit this with you because I looked it up before, because I know like Bianca is like origin, and in Italian it means pure and white.
Yep.
Because you're very pure, I know.
My soul is pure.
All right.
Pure. I think it's true to say that I move with like the purest intentions. There is no hate in my heart. Maybe a little dislike from time to time, but like overall, like I try to be a good person. That's important to me. I always try to do something that day that made me a better person than the day before. So whether it's like correcting my actions or complimenting somebody or whatever it is. I set an alarm in my phone on Wednesdays and it says Woman Crush Wednesday, text the gang. And I use that to remind myself to like connect to my friends and check in because you get so lost in your own world sometimes, like trying to improve yourself and working and family and friends and social and everything else that you have going on. Like you forget those things. And like, I think you lose yourself in that too.
Yeah, I tend to do it sometimes also. And I've been called out by it, and sometimes my wife's like, man, because there's some nights I'll do this like 3 nights in a week, because sometimes I guest co-host for the Happy Hour podcast, and I'm like, another show. She's like, oh my God. And you get lost in this, you get lost in contacting people to come on the show, and the interaction with Jewel, and trying to get people to guest co-host. Before you know, like, you're the basic people, like my brother, my wife, are like, oh dude, you all right? Can I get a few minutes? And you're like, wow, you don't realize how you do get so wrapped up in things that sometimes you lose the most basic concepts of communication to the most important people.
Yeah, and it doesn't make you a bad person, you know what I'm saying? Like you're just so busy being a person that you forget about being a human sometimes, like having to slow down and enjoy your surroundings and your company and all of those kinds of things.
Yeah, I agree. Even like at work, like I get wrapped up in this, and my my boss has started to call me, like when I'm lost in another world, he's always like, "Hey, yo, show." Like, yes, he calls me that now, and I'm like, he's like, "We're here. This is work now.
Right.
That's later." Right? I'm like, oh damn, and I do, because like I'll be like looking like, "Ooh, did anybody email me today, or who's hot right now?" And I'm looking, trying to get things lined up, and he's like, "Hey." Got a little something going on here.
We're paying you to do something else.
Right, exactly. Well, trust me, if I could get
on your own time, buddy.
Right, if I can get the means to just make the same money I make now doing this, I'm good. I don't need millions.
Then you would get to wake up and live your dream.
Right. This is my dream every Tuesday and Wednesday. It really is. Like I get geeked for this. I get excited for it. And like I said earlier, when you weren't sure, it's still going to go on. I'm still going to do it. I don't like to not be here. It's peaceful, and I hope you enjoyed it enough to say, you know what, that jackass was right. He actually did something all right.
It's definitely not the worst thing I've ever done. So
Excellent, and we'll save that for if and when you come back again. We're going to have a little segment called "The Worst Thing I've Ever Done," and we'll take turns. We will, and it's going to be a play.
That would be quite the topic.
That would be. We actually, I set out on this goal, and I'm going to do it again because I actually got some emails and messages like, "Hey, whatever happened to that idea you had?" And I'll ask you to partake in this one way or the other. We were going to do an episode with about like 6 women on a panel, and they would talk about their absolute worst dating experience or worst relationship experience.
Oh my!
I really want to do that, and I really want to bring it to life, and not using names, not using like instances that
I volunteer as tribute for that. That I
Yeah?
would do. Oh my god!
All right, I want to bring it back to life. We had it planned, God, back in the spring, and at the last second, I had 5 women. At the last second, 4 of them bailed because they're like, I'm nervous. I don't know if I should tell the story. What if so and so catches it? I'm like, ugh.
Listen,
But
I've been single for 8 years, and the stories will explain why. Like,
I'm
there's
down
some
for
horror
it.
stories in there, but there's some good ones too.
That's actually what I was going to call it. I was going to call it horror stories of dating, and I kind of cleaned it up to just, worst dating experience, worst relationship experience. I think I'm going to re-explore that because I'm excited for this idea.
It should be called the real life dating experience.
Or it could be the real wife dating experience because my wife right now is ready to just murder me for even talking about it. No, I'm kidding. We know we have a past. Like, people pop up from your past. We all have the past. We've all...
Way more often than I would ever like.
Sure, exactly. And mine, I mean, really not me anymore. And this is going to sound morbid, but 2 of my exes have died since. So, yeah. I'm starting to think it was me. Like, 2 of my exes have passed away.
Tell your wife to run.
Right? And she'll live forever.
Seriously.
Because she's not an ex. See, once they lose me, the heartbreak, they just can't.
You can die from a broken heart.
I'm going to die from... I almost died from a broken heart, if you remember. You wouldn't really tell my eating habits and the way I drink, but yeah. I should be taking better care of myself when I'm not. And,
yeah, I think we all have a little bit of that.
I got a lot of bit of that. I got a lot of bit of it. And even people at work, like the other day, Saturdays at work, they'll buy us lunch. So you want to lay it out something nice. So this local pizza place has something called the deep fried cheesesteak. It's a cheesesteak pretty much in like this deep fried pouch with like onions in it. And I'm going to town. And one of the texts is like, wait a minute, did you have a heart attack? I'm like, yeah. Aren't you worried about having another one? I'm like, yeah. I'm just chopping it.
You know what? If this cheesesteak kills me, it was worth it.
Die a happy man. We all got to go sometime. Might as well go with a smile.
At least that was an experience worth going out for.
Right? I mean, outside of like the whole winning the Jessa Rhodes contest and having her kill me. Yeah, he said it out loud. I know. Right now in her head, she's laughing. She's thinking, he's such a dick.
I'm just...
You're allowed to say it. You're allowed to say he's such a dick.
No.
Jewel busts me a lot. She's good like that. Just waiting to hear what comes out next. And nothing's going to. But we are at just about at the 10 o'clock time frame. I've been mentioning everybody about a big thing that might be happening here, and if it does, we got to go down to an hour and a half. That's going to suck, because I could sit here and do this all night. But I'm going to give a massive thanks to Frank. I'm going to say a massive Frank. Jesus Christ. So yeah, catch yourself. Hey, man. And that just really out. You put my head between his legs. We really went down a bad rabbit hole.
Listen, all I could think about is that YouTube video. Like the world's strongest woman and she's just crushing watermelons. Like,
Jesus, a woman?
listen, it's a woman. Yeah, dude, I'll send you the link. But like,
Yeah,
that's
send
all
me
I
the
could
link.
think. If I was like, if you just keeps talking shit, just go.
Right? Wow. And he was a good sport about it. I got more red than he did. He's a good sport about it. Uh, Tune in next week when Jeff gets his head crushed by
Like a watermelon.
Frank Fletcher's legs. Like a watermelon. Man, my head's exploding. But a massive thanks to Frank Fletcher and Frank Fletcher Music on Facebook and Instagram. And the new song, of course, Rollin'. Great song. Great time tonight. A huge thanks as well to Bianca Long. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
I had a blast. I really had a great time, and I'm glad you did it. And I said, no nerves set in, and by the end, you're cooler than I am. I'm saying Frank's Big Frank and all that. So I've got nothing. The people that send us the nice little emojis and a thumbs up, JD Wolf and Jesse Morgan, thanks for the thumbs. A heart from Jewel Tatey. Thank you, Jewel. And Melissa, let me see if I can get this right. Luciano. I was gonna say that. I changed it at the last minute. Luciano. I blew it.
Listen,
Jesse, thanks, man.
It's okay. It's okay. She's a real one.
If she gets that seal approval from you, she's got to be a real one because you are all about real, and you've said that from the first time we talked.
She's a gem. She's part of the reason that I do reach out to my friends when I do, because she's the person that does that to me. She'll be like, "Hi, weekly check-in. How you doing? Hey, haven't heard from you." Every time I was in Facebook jail on my old Facebook, it was all the time. And after so many times, it's 30 days each time. She'd be like, "You've been awfully quiet. You all right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just in Facebook jail."
Facebook jail. I've been there. I'm a repeat offender. Jesse, thanks, dude.
Me too.
Yeah, I can't help it. And people say, "Oh, you have your show," but I don't. Real quick, I know we're running a little late, but there's no it doesn't cut us off. But one time, my buddy said something about slapping you down or something. And I said, "Yeah, you come here, I'll slap you down." And they gave me 30 days for promoting violence. Like, he started it.
I wrote, "I will punch you" on somebody's Facebook.
Can't.
And I was like, 30 days. And I was like, damn, for real? Because it's violence. So
yeah. You think she's violent? Catch her at Sparky's Friday night.
Just don't catch me without my earrings in.
All right. Now there's a tell. Now next time I see you, I'm gonna be like,
oh no, it's a real thing. It's a real thing. If I'm not wearing them, my friends will be like, "Why'd you take your earrings out? What's going on? Who you mad at?" And I'm like, "Nothing. My ears just hurt today," or I didn't wear them, and everybody's like, "Where's your earrings at?" And I'm like, "Don't worry, we're good. Everything's fine."
Would the fight really get to that point where you got to cheat and pull an earring out? I'm not going to ask if you've done it.
I have more respect than that. I tell them to take their earrings out first.
We're going to do this. Whoa! Take your earrings off.
No, that's a real life thing that really happened.
I believe that. I honestly do.
Because you know what? I wouldn't want somebody to do it to me. And I wear big hoops, and it is. And even if you don't mean to go for it, you know what I'm saying? It just happens. And I do not want to have tentacle ear. That freaks me out.
That's nasty.
I'm like, all the pretty earrings. I could never. Look, I put earrings in. I didn't wear earrings to work, but I wore them on the show.
Because I like what you got to see that. Special here on the Yo Show. And she coming in telling me in the show chat, it's like, "I'm sweating, bro," and I think you look great. Well, it's hot, but you still look great. You did a great job.
Thank you.
Very happy to have you. Bianca Long, ladies and gentlemen. Get a good look at her, Chris. She'll be back next week. No, she won't. I'll give her a break.
Don't do that to me. But it was fun. I'm out. Have a good night. Right. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. We're going to take you out with the theme song, St. Rick is the Catalyst. Bianca, you can jump out and we'll play the theme song and get everybody on their way. Boy, she left faster than Jewel does. Jesus. But anyway, thank you to Bianca and thank you to everybody that tuned in. We really have a great time here on the program. I love doing the Yo Show. I really would do it 7 days a week. So make sure you get them those petitions out to Sirius Satellite Radio and tell them we have found a show for you. The Yo Show, Jeff the Shark Perini, Bianca Long. Tuesday nights with Jewel Tatey. Don't forget, this coming Tuesday night, 8 o'clock, Jewel and I are back with the sensational Veronica Wicken, formerly of the Glam Skanks, now with her own band, also known as V. Veronica Wicken, sensational guitarist, sensational artist. She'll be on Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Thank you to everybody that tuned in, from Jesse Morgan and Melissa and JD Wolf and my wife, of course, and everybody else that tuned in tonight. Thank you. We will take you out now with St. Ricketts. It is I'm sorry, it's not What Fire Cannot Burn. It is the Catalyst tonight. Wow, I had to catch myself there. And get it set up. Right to the parts. And we'll see you Tuesday. Have a good night. Volume.
Introduce yourself. Gotta do it on fire. You have all the reason to begin again under this desire. Do you hear the call? Coiling the wire. You have all the reason to begin again under this desire. Understand yourself.